Hello guys, Lit here. So this will be the campaign guide for the Scavenger. So we will start by using creating a witch, so we can mule something out of it. This is what people call muling. And I will explain things as I go, so apologies in advance if I miss something or if I make some mistake. So the first one, let's take the items and talk to this guy and kill the zombie. It will give you your first gem. And equip the gem. And for people on PoE 2, on PoE 1, you have to match the color of the socket. So that's a thing that's different from PoE 2. PoE 2 is a lot easier in terms of like socket. For PoE 1, you have to match the socket color and the gem color. And here is the first boss, which is Hillock. Let's take all the items and let's go to Lion Ice Watch. On here, let's take down everything. And let's talk to this guy. And you will want to choose the kinetic bolt. We're going to use this. And we also can use the arcane surge, but everything else, we can just sell them since we don't really need them. We can use this one, but everything else, we cannot really use them, so we're just going to sell them. So whenever you sell a white item, you're going to get the scroll fragments. And when you have 5 of them, 30 is 4, and when you hit 5 with this, you will get a scroll of wisdom. So 5 fragment will become 1 wisdom, and you're going to need quite a lot of wisdom early on. So we're just going to sell them, and we're going to check for defender if they get like the socket that we need or any other items. There's no movement speed boots. We can use this one for surcharge. This one also good, but for the boots we kind of try to prioritize the movement speed. I think I will just take this one. This we can use, and let's take down all this one, and then let's check Nessa. Let's see if we can get something here. There is nothing here that we can use. We actually have this, and sometimes you're going to have an item like this which have 2 to 4 cold damage. It's not that bad of an idea, but later on when we have a goat horns, you're going to have the similar stat anyway, so there's no need to spend your wisdom this way. So another thing we can do is, because we have more wisdom because we are muling for another character, we can buy the iron ring. This is going to increase our damage a little bit. And then what we're going to do next is just to put down everything on the inventory, and we're going to log out and log into the Scion. And on the side, we're going to do the same thing. Take this road, talk to this guy and kill this guy, get the first gem, equip them, and so on. And we're going to go through the zone until we get Hillock. And also when you travel this zone, you will see the large chests, and you want to click them. This will give you your first support gem. And for the Spectre throw, I like to kite the hero near the entrance, basically try to get him as close to the wall as possible. And I will be on the opposite way, and this way my Spectre throw can bounce off the wall, and that will give me a little bit more damage. So take everything and we go back to Lion Ice Watch. And this one we're going to take off the weapons and take off the gems. We're going to use the prismatic burst. Let's talk to this guy again. And this one doesn't really matter what you choose because we're not going to use any of them. And we're going to sell everything that we do not need, the same as before. And when you sell the magic item that not identified, you will get transmute shard. But if you identify this, it will become alteration. So depending on which one you want to either ID them or not ID them, depending on whether you need transmutations or alterations. But on Act 1, we need mostly transmutation, so we're going to sell this one on ID. And then let's take the item from the witch, talk to Nessa. And also there's another recipe that you can use, which is 3 life flask or 3 mana flask, and that basically will upgrade your flask. So you don't have to do this one. I like to do this because I often forget about it. So we're just going to put the mana flask here, equip the one, equip this one, and we're going to choose the kinetic bolt here, and we're going to use the prismatic burst here. Now for the arcane surge is something you use when you have like a free blue slot. If you don't have them, don't worry about it. It's just when you have this equipped with like frostbring or something like that, it gives you Arcane Search buff, which gives you cast speed and mana regen, which is a little bit nice, but it's not really that big of a deal. So we check the items here. There's nothing here. We already have the Iron Ring. And we also need to check the item on this NPC. I forget about it. So let's check if we get something good. Unfortunately, no. We can use this one here. We need the RGP for the Ballista later on. And for the boots, we are prioritize movement speed first. And after we have a movement speed, we will look for the movement speed with a socket that we can use. But this one doesn't have movement speed, so I'm just going to pass on this one. And we also can buy this shield. We're going to use the shield for the shield charge. So I think that's it. Let's go to the coast. And here, we're just going to go through the zone. And don't forget to use your passive skill. We're just going to go through the zone until we see a waypoint. So that is the skill, that is a waypoint. You can see on the minimaps. Let's talk to Elite and get our craft. And then we'll go to the Mudflat. And on Mudflat, you need to get 3 quest items. And then we need to find the exit. So the first thing first, on this zone, I would recommend to do the breach encounter. Because we are looking for growing womb gift. And growing womb gift is the one that's going to give you a graph. And early on, there is a graph that can be really, really useful. And if you get them, that's going to make your life so much easier. So I do tend to look for a womb graph this way. And here we got 2 of them, and we also get rare boots, which is pretty nice. And we got another flask. So let's use the flask. And let's take all the quest items, which you can see on the exclamation mark on the minimaps. And also let's ID the boots. Hopefully we get movement speed. We do get some movement speed, so this is nice. There we go. And then we need to find the exit. On this one, you want to go to the waypoint, and then we're going to teleport back to the coast. And on the coast, we're going to go to the Tidal Island, which is the other exit here. And on Tidal Island, you just want to go through the zone until you find Helldrake. And we need to kill Helldrake, and then after that, we're just going back to the town. So we take the quest items, and then we are teleport back to the town. There's the 2 ways to do it. The first one, you can go to character selections, and when you log in back, you will go to the town. The second one is use portal scroll, but early on you don't really have that much portal scroll, so I will just do the log out and log in again. And on this one, we're going to choose momentums, and then we're going to sell everything else that we do not need. And then we need to buy a shield chart here. We can equip it. And then we are looking for the gold horns like this. If you have extra wisdom, you can buy this. If you don't, that's fine. Sometimes you will drop them, so you don't really have to buy them. But if you have extra wisdom, you can buy the gold horn just in case you're not dropping one. And let's talk to this NPC and take the decoy totem and frost blink. So let's equip the frost blink. And let's equip the decoy totems. And let's equip the shield charge. And then we're going to check the vendor. Let's see if we get something that we need. Nothing. So let's go to Breach Monastery. And let's use the womb gift, and hopefully we got a crowd that are good. So we do not get the graph that I want. There's 2 graphs that I'm looking for. The first one is the one that summoned Tornado. The second one is, I think, is the Fire Tornado. So we're just going to teleport to Summer Passage, which we are where we are now. We can use this one. This is not bad. but this one is terrible, so we're just going to set it aside. So on this one, we're just going to go through the zone. We are looking for a breach, or if you find the exit to the lobster rooms, I forget what's the cave its name is. It's just something cave, I forget about the name. You can see over here, that is the entrance for the lobster. So if you find the entrance first, you can put the portal near it. And then now you're looking for a bridge to the other side. And if you do not find that door, you can put the portal here. And after the bridge, you basically just looking for an exit to the next zone. And on this zone, you just going through the zone. This zone is basically a very linear zone. There's nothing you can go wrong here. So we are at lower prisons, and then on this one, we're going to keep going until we see a waypoint. And on the waypoint, we're going to teleport back to Lunaris Watch, and we will go into the portal that we opened before. And we are back to here, and we go to the flooded depths. On here, we are looking for the lobster. I call it the lobster, I forget what his name is. And there's another bridge. We can do also the bridge here. Just try to get the craft that we want. We do not get the growing bone gift. That's unfortunate. So let's just look for the lobster. I think it's around here. Yeah, it is. So you can see the lobster is basically an essence here. You can see the essence icon on the minimaps. So let's put the decoy totem down and let's hunt this lobster. Alright, let's go back to town. Talk to Nessa, you will get a bunch of gem. The one that we need is added lightning. It's really depending on what color of your socket. Right now I have triple blue, so I'm going to use added lightning. But if you have blue, blue, green, then you can go for added cold. That's also not bad. And let's sell the item that we do not need. And let's sell this one because we have a new one. And after that, let's check the vendor a little bit. You have the amulet here, which we will need, Jade Amulet. But there is also another thing that we need, which is a Ballista Totem. But both of them need transportation, and I only have one of them. For me, I will prioritize the Ballista Totem first, because this is the one that we really, really need. So I'm going to take the Ballista Totem, replace the Decoy Totems, and sell the Decoy Totem because we don't need them anymore. And then we need to buy one Kinetic Bolt. And then for the third socket, we can use Momentums. So let's check this guy, and hopefully we got something good here. Let's check this. Nope, nothing. And we have some womb gift, so let's go to the bridge and see what we get there. And since we do not get what we want, and I have hatred here, in pathofexile, if you, for example, like if I have blue, blue, blue here on my chest, which we can, I think we can try, I can show the examples. Another way you can get the socket that you need is also through the gamble, which is talk to Vestal. That's gamble for items. And we look for pure energy shield body. So energy shield will give you blue socket, evasion will give you green socket, armor will give you red socket. So if you use energy shield, you are more likely to get blue, everything is blue. And if you choose something like armor or energy shield, you will more likely to have like blue and red. But early on, because the start of the item is still really low, like evasion only 16, energy shield only 6, most of the time is just RNG, so I will just go for that shit because it's still the best chance. Unfortunately, this is one socket, so we can try again. We have some gold, and nope. So that's really not a good luck. So that's fine, we're going to sell all of them. And if I have another blue, I will use the hatred on this one because this one doesn't really give us anything. The +1 lightning doesn't really useful for this build. But since this is the only blue that I have, I will just keep it this way until we got another blue that we can use, so I can use another one. So now let's just go back to the campaign, go to the waypoint and teleport to the prison. So on prisons, there's two objectives. The first one is we need to find Child of Residency. And the second one, we need to find the exit to the second floor. So there's bridge, so I will try to do it. And hopefully we get the boom gift for Graph. And on the second floor, we are looking for Warden Chamber, and that is the place where you're going to fight Brutus. And there's also these rooms. You can see on the mini-maps, there is this door and there is a strongbox icon here. This strongbox will give you a chance to get Quicksilver, which is this plus over here. So let's do them. This is Quicksilver, that's nice. Large mana plus, we can use that. So there is the Warden Chamber, and we just go through that, and we just walk through these whole things until we met Brutus. And sometimes you will find essence here, really depending on what essence. Like this is woe, it will give us spell damage, so I will do them. But if that is not like a good one, I probably will not do it. There's augmentations. We can use the augmentations to get movement speed or to upgrade them. So I will show them later. So wisdom. So here, just put down the totems. Let totems do the work. And in PoE 1, you really want to keep moving. That's like the general idea, the general thing that you want to do. You don't want to stay in one place because that's most likely you're going to die there. So let's talk to Nessa. Let's sell the item that we cannot use. We don't have to use for all of this. This one is a little bit unfortunate, but if we want to use this, we need another socket that we can use the ballista on somewhere else. But I will keep this for now. Maybe we can get something that's useful. And let's check the vendor again. We still have this one, and I have another transmutation, so I'm going to use them and get this one. And another item that we are looking for is the heavy belt, but this one is going to cost 1 transmute, so I'm not going to buy them because this is magic. There is the one that look like this. This is normal, and the heavy belt normal only costs 2 scroll of wisdom, and that's the one I'm looking for. This one, let's just take the lip slam, and you can sell them because we're not going to use them. And let's check the vendor for something good. Nope, we don't have anything here. So we can try again, I guess. We have some gold. Try to get the triple blue, like this one. We have triple blue. And generally speaking, I prefer to have my socket on the armor, but not on the weapon. And the reason for that one is because weapon is something you're going to change over and over again. So ideally, you do not want your skill gems to be on the weapons because that will restrict you when you find a new weapon. Now you cannot change it into that because you don't have the socket. And the next one, because I already have this one, we can use the hatreds. Some people like to save them, but in my opinion, just use the essences because these early essences is pretty weak. In the future, this essence might not give you anything anymore. So just use them when you can. So this one we get a pretty good one. We get spell damage, we get flat cold damage. So I'm going to use this. So we can sell this gem or we can put them on the offhand in case we need to level up something. And next, let's go to the bridge area again because we have some gift. Maybe we'd get something good. And let's keep this here and put this one here. And let's teleport to the prisoner gate. And on this one, we're just going to find the exit to the shipyard. There's nothing else on this zone. And on this one, there is 2 exits for this place. The first one is to the cave, and the second one is to Cavern of Wrath. We need to find the shipyard cave first and do the fairgrave before we get into the Cavern of Wrath. So this is the shipyard cave. We're just going to go inside there. And on this one, we're looking for I think the name is Slave Girls, and when you click them, you're going to get the All Flame. And this is the All Flame, and we basically go to the exit, and we will arrive at Fairgrave. So here is the Fairgrave. Talk to him, and then we need to fight him. Let's put in the point here. And let's take all the items. It's already full, so that's fine. Now we need to find the Cavern of Wrath. And here, just take the waypoint, and we go back to Lunaris Watch. And first, let's talk to Nessa. You will get bunch of gems. In our case, nothing that we can use here, so I'm just going to take whatever. And I'm just going to sell everything that I do not need. And then let's check the vendor. We will need to buy precisions over here. So let's equip the precisions. And you also can buy power siphon if you want to use power siphon, but it will cost you extra transmutations, which can be good and can be bad, so really up to you. And then we can talk to Bestel. You will get the skill point from the Fairgrave quest. And then I will ID this one. Glove, you can get the modifier, which is damage to attack. This is really good for this build. And I will lose the momentum, but I think I will move the ballista here. It is fine because we do have a really good glove there. So I will put the momentum aside. And I will sell this one. This will give me chromatic orb. So if you sell an item that have blue, green, and red link like this, you will get chromatic orbs when you sell them. And the next, you can gamble for one if you do not have a good one. Or in my case, I think I need a better helmet, so let's just do that. I think I will go for this one. It's not bad, but it's not really that crazy either. So I'm just going to sell all of this since we do not need any of them anymore. I think we can keep this one, but that one I don't think I need them anymore, so we can remove them. Also, this is Arcane Search. We can put the Frostbane with it. This will give us extra Caspian and mana regions, which is not that big of a deal, so if you don't have them, that's fine. And last one, check this one. Maybe we get something good here. Of course not. So let's just move to Cavern of Wrath and teleport to Merveil Caverns, and this is where the Act 1 will end, where we will fight Merveil. And this is a Cavern of Anger. And on this zone, we just need to find Merveil Caverns. That's where we will fight Merveil. And here we're going to put down all the decoy totems. And Merveil have two phases. This is the second phase. So we just need to kill them twice, basically. And we got this one, this one. Let's take all the items and then go to the exit. And that's basically Act 1. So this is Act 2. We're just going to travel to the zone and just keep doing it until we get to the Act 2 town. This one is Contempt. Will give us the physical damage, which can be useful. So I will try to get this one. Ooh, somatic water. So that is the Contempt. So we're just going to go with this. We want to upgrade the precisions. Talk to this guy. Now we need to clean up things. So first thing first, let's check the boots. It have movement speed, pretty good stats, so I think I'm going to use this one. And let's check the glove. The glove is not better. And let's check the one. The one is a little bit better, but not much. So I'm going to sell everything else since we don't use them. And also in this Act 2, we will need at least 3 alterations. So I don't think I'm going... So I think I'm going to sell... So in Act 2, we will need at least 3 alterations. So this is... So in Act 2, we will need at least 3 alterations. I already have 2. And alterations generally not that hard to get. So I will just sell them for transmute, because in Act 3 we will need a lot of transmutations. So I will sell all of them here, and I'm going to use this one since this have extra slot, and I kind of like this slot, blue green, but I will need to find another slot for this, so I'm just going to keep this aside. I'm going to use this one, and because we lost the blue, I'm just not going to use this one anymore. So just let's sell all of them so I don't have to be bothered with them. And then what we're going to do next is to go to Oldfield. And on this place, and also don't forget to activate your precisions. Precision is an aura. You need to activate them in order for them to have an effect. So on this zone, we are looking for the den and the exit. The den, which is basically this one. This is optional. You don't have to do this, but if you do the den, especially you need to kill the white bear at the end of this zone. You will have a reward of a second quicksilver, and also you can get a rare belt, which we will need belt since we don't have any belt. And this is the white bear that I'm talking about. So let's kill the white bear. There we go. Let's go to the exit. And now we're looking for the exits to the Crossroads. And right now I'm a bit over level. I'm level 15. So I probably can get away with just walking towards the zone. And ideally you want to be like more or less the same zone as your area. This is monster level, you can see area level 15. So you want to be around the same, or if you want to go for speed, you're going to go under the monster level. So I'm just going to go through and without killing any monster. And we get a lot of level probably because we do a lot of breach. So this is the Crossroad. So this is the Chamber of Sin level 1. And on this one we try to look for the waypoint first. Usually on the middle here. But we need to find the roundabout way to get there. There we go. This is the way we can go to the center. And you can see there is a waypoint here. And you want to go to the passageway that next to the waypoint. And here we will find the exit to the second floor. And here we need to do Thread of Ascendancy and also need to find Fidelitas. So first let's find the Thread of Ascendancy first. So there we go. And next we need to find Fidelitas. So this is Fidelitas. And be careful with this guy. It hits pretty hard, so don't die here. Take all the items and click the Strange Device. You will get this gem and go back to town. And talk to Cruz, and you will have bunch of options. The first thing is we're going to take Hell of Thunder. And we're going to sell everything that we do not need, since we already have 3 alterations. And I'm also going to teach how you can get the movement speed. So there's a way to upgrade your movement speed on your boots, but you will lose all the other stats. So example like this one, I will lose the fire resistance. But the way you're going to do it is by using augmentations, 1 quicksilver and the boots. And then you will get 15% boots. Now if you use a normal white boots, you will get 10%. But if you use a boot that do not have a movement speed, but it's not white, it's not going to work. So you need white boots or the boots that already have movement speed. In white boots, you will get 10%. And if you already have movement speed, it will upgrade your movement speed by 5%. So I'm going to do this because I want more movement speed. So put down back the precisions. And next, and this is the reward, you can get your second quicksilver here if you do not get it from the upper prisons. Or you can get belt. In this case, we do need the belt. So that's ID them, pretty good one, fire and cold. And let's purchase some item here. So what we're going to need is Blood Rage. But this one is optional. If you're new to the game, you may try it. But this can be really annoying to do. So what Blood Rage do is whenever you press them, you will have a buff that's going to up. And every time you kill a monster, that buff is going to get refreshed. And that buff gives you a chance whenever you kill a monster, you're going to get Frenzy Charges. And Frenzy Charges give you attack speed, cast speed, and damage. So this is really useful, but the problem with Blood Rage is it's going to drain your life consistently. So if you find this annoying, just skip the Blood Rage. You don't have to do it, but in the showcase, I will use the Blood Rage. So for the second one, we're going to choose between Herald of Ash or Herald of Ice. And you can choose this based on what socket you have. So in my case, I have green open, I have red open, so I can use both of them. But if you only have red open, just use the Herald of Ash. If you have only green open, then you just use the Herald of Ice. Herald of Ice have a little bit better DPS, but it's not that big. So just pick the one that matches your socket color. So with that, let's go to the next zone, which is the riverways here. So talk to the Anhar, and let's just travel to the zone. We are level 15. We can equip the aura at level 16. So we need to gain 1 level here, which we almost there. Here we go. So let's equip the aura. You don't have to do it while walking here. This is just how I do it because I get used to it. Let's put this one here. So let's activate the aura. Remember, you need to activate the aura. So let's go through the zone. And we just try to find the exit to the forest. I also forget what the name of the forest. I think it's a western forest. So this is the Blood Rage. Whenever you press them, you're going to get buff. Whenever you kill a monster, you will have a chance to get Frenzy Charges. It gives you damage, attack, and cast speed. So you want to follow the road until you find the waypoint. And what we're going to do on this zone is we're going to do on the area that do not have the waypoint first. So this is the way you can tell. This is the way you can tell which way you need to go. Because the waypoint here, we will go to the opposite side because we need to find a spider cave. And later on, we will go back to this area again to find Alira, and Alira will be on this side of the waypoint. And on this spider zone, we just need to find the boss here, the boss rooms. So let's take all the items and let's go back to town. And talk to the NPC. And we're just going to clean the inventory. And we can check also on the vendor. Do we need something here? I don't think so. There's nothing here. And talk to Silk, you will have the quest reward. In our case, we can use elemental damage with attack. This is one of the gems that we can use. And then we can talk to Yenna. And there's two options here. The safe option is to go for Sacred Whips for your kinetic bolt. The second option is using Trinity. Now Trinity need a little bit of the maintenance. You need to make sure that you have two elements. In our case, we do have cold and lightning, so this is not. So in my case, so for Trinity, you need two elemental damage that are around the same amount of damage. So if you see on your skill, you can see you have fire, cold, and lightning damage. On this case, we have too much lightning damage, so that's not going to work. I need to do something in order to balance this one out. But that is the requirement if we want to use Trinity. And if you do not want to bother with it, you can just go for Sacred Whips. And I think Trinity is a little bit better DPS, but you will need to take care of your elemental damage. So if you new, just go for the Sacred Whips. I will go for Trinity. Now next, let's go to the waypoint and we go back to Crossroads. And we're going to go down here on the south. Try to find, I think, Fell Shrine. Yeah, Fell Shrine Ruins. And in this zone, we're just going to follow the road until we see the exit. Or it's more like the entrance to the tombs or something like that. So this is the entrance of the tomb that I'm talking about. You just follow the roads and you will see these ruins. And after this, there will be an entrance to the crypts. This is like a catacomb or something like that. And here we need to do the Trail of Ascendancy, and we need to find the exit to level 2. So here is the Trail of Ascendancy, so let's do the trial. And then we need to find the exit to the second floor. So this is a level 2. And here we need to find a exclamation mark on the map icon. And that basically is where we're going to get the quest items. And this is the one that we're looking for. So put down the totems. You don't have to kill them. You can just click the altars and you will have the items that you need here. And then we're just going to go back to town. So let's talk to Yenna and we'll get the skill point. And then I'm going to change few items. This is something you're going to do from time to time. So take your time. You don't have to do it on the spot. So I'm going to put the kinetic bolt with Trinity and elemental damage with attack. And I will take the prismatic burst down. And added lightning, we can put it somewhere else. But for now, I don't think I have the place for it. So the next thing is, let's take the passive tree first. We can take this 1, 2, 3. And on the mastery, we're going to take the intelligence added to accuracy rating with wands. And that's basically remove the needs for the precisions, so we can take that on off. And you can always check your accuracy by going to C, and then like pick your items, pick your skill. And you can see on offense, the chance to hit and chance to hit evasive monster. You want to make sure that main hand chance to hit is 100%, because if this go down then 100%, then you have a DPS loss. So now let's just move on to the Crossroad. And we're going to go to the top. I forget what the zone name is, but we're just going to go this way. And this is a broken bridge. Here we're just going to follow the road. So when you follow the road, you will arrive at a waypoint. And next to the waypoint, usually we find a ruins like this. Which I don't know why this monster keep following me. And on this ruins, you can find this jewelry chest, and when you click it, you will have to fight this 3 exile, and they will drop a lot of items. So if you need some items, this can be a good way to get them. So I'm going to take all of them. This one here, this one here. We have anything else? There's a ruby ring, which is not bad if we can get something good from there. And the next step is just keep following the road until you find the Caitlyn, is one of the 3 bandits. So bandits in a campaign, you can choose to help them or kill them. And normally you will kill all the bandit, it will give you 1 skill point. In my case, I like to help a leader because a leader give me 15% ORS. If you want to help Caitlyn, it will give you 8% movement speed. But if you want to help Caitlyn, then you're going to do the Caitlyn last. You have to kill the other 2 bandits first, and then you talk to Caitlyn and help Caitlyn. But since I want to help Alira, so I will kill Caitlyn. Put this one here. Then let's go back to town. And let's check some items. I want to see what the rupee have. This one is not bad, but it doesn't have the flat damage to attack. Let's see the boots. There's no movement speed, no movement speed. This one have a really bad socket, so I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to sell all of them. Also going to sell this precision since we don't need them anymore. And the next one, we're going to take the waypoint and we're going to go to Riverways. And on Riverways, the zone that we're looking for is always this way on the waypoint. In this case, you can see them on the minimaps, but if you cannot see them, just go this route, basically on across the waypoint, and you will see the minimap on the icon appear. So this is wetland, and on wetland we are looking for orc. Orc is the other bandit. So this is orc. And since I want to help a leader, I will kill orc. There we go. And then next we need to find a waypoint, and there's an entrance to the second zone, but it's also right next to the waypoint. So that's the waypoint, and you can see the exclamation mark on the next zone. Just tap them once, don't get into them first. Tap them once we remove this item quest from your inventory. And next we want to go to Act 1 and press Linus Eyes Watch. And from here, you click Act 2 and you go to Western Forest. And the reason why I'm doing this is when you log out and you log back in, it will teleport you to the last town that you visit. So in our case, it's Lunaris Watch, where we will deliver the quest from the which we will need to be on the next part. So this one, we will want to go to the area of the same area. So on this one, we want to go to the same direction of the waypoint. So this is the road, this is the waypoint, so we want to go this way. So Arira, I want to help them, so I already killed the other 2 bandit, and when you help Arira, I will get 50% all resistance, and I will get the apex here. The 15 elemental resistance seems small, but in progressions from Act 1 to Act 5, that 15% does helps a lot to cap your elemental resistance. And in PoE 1, capping your elemental resistance is really important. Elemental resistance play a bigger role in terms of defense than PoE 2. So you really want to cap your elemental resistance fast. So after you kill that guy, click the Thomas emblems and we're just logging out. And when you're logging back in, you will be online as Watch. And talk to Vestal, get your skill point. And then we're just going to sell these things since we're not using it. So for the next zone, ideally you want to have topaz and ruby rings, and you can use them, and you can buy them from vendor like this one. There is this one here, or you can buy 1 red gems and 1 blue gems. Doesn't matter what it is, and you basically can sell the iron ring with the red gems. It will give you ruby, and iron ring with a green gems will give you topaz, and if you sell iron ring with the blue gem will give you sapphire basically. So we got this, and I do have contempt, and the nice thing about having contempt here, if I apply that to this, I will have the flat physical damage to attack, so that's pretty nice, and we don't have the use for it anyway, so I'm just going to utilize them. It gives some stats, so you know it's not that bad. I'm going to sell some of my portals to get the wisdom. And then let's go to the Act 2 town. And then we're going to go to wetland. So this is almost the end of the Act 2. We're just going to go to Valorins. And on this zone, we're just trying to find the access to the next zone. But this zone can be quite confusing. This is like a maze. So just be patient. Just keep looking for the exit for the next zone. And also on this zone, you can find the Altar of Corruption here. I never use them, but if you want to, you can. It's kind of gamble. You can kind of gamble something there. But I'm not really a fan of it, so I'm never really using them. So when you travel the zone, you will see the question mark, the exclamation mark there, and this is where the next step will be. So just click the ancient shield. It will open the way, and the exit to the next one should be near this. So this is the exit. The Northern Forest. So here, we're just going to go through the zone. There is 2 exits here. I think the first one is ticket, Northern ticket or just ticket. I forget which one, but that's not the one we're looking for. We're looking for at the entrance to the caverns at the end of this zone. So we're just going to go through the zone until we find that exit. So this is the zone that I'm talking about, the ticket. You do not want to go there. You want to go to the other one. This is the cavern exit that we're looking for. And on this zone, we're just going to go through the zone until we find the exit to the pyramid. And this one I think is also pretty linear, so just follow the zone. You will get to the pyramid. And here you're going to find a waypoint, and here you are pretty close to the pyramid entrance. So that is the exit that we're looking for, but I'm trying to find a way to get to there. So we get to the pyramid. And here we are at the pyramid apex, and this is the boss for Act 2. Just click the altars and take the recipe over here. It takes a while until the boss spawn, so that is the boss for Act 2. So we can go back to town first, and this is what I like to do on before I go to Act 3. So we're just going to sell everything that we do not need. We can check this one. It's not that bad. How about this one? It's bad. So just sell everything else that we don't need. This one too. And what we need to do next is just go to the waypoint, and you will find the exits on the Act 3 over here. And this is basically the end of Act 2. So this is Act 3. We're just going to get the recipe here. It's recipe for movement speed. And you can do the bridge if you want to. It's not that bad of an idea. But I'm just going to go through the campaign. And you need to kill this guy, guard captain. And after this, you need to wait for Clarissa to go up and talk to her. And then we're going to go to the town. This is over here, Sun and Carmen. And from here, we're just going to go top. I mean, this is the only way. And we're going to go through this exit. And this is the reason why you go back to town before and sell all your items, so your inventory is clean. So here, I'm just going to find the exit to Crematoriums. That is the next place that we need to find. And here, we need to find Trail of Ascendancy and also Piety. So first, I'm going to try to find the Trail of Ascendancy first. It seems that the Ascendancy is on this part, so there is the Piety. So since we find the Piety first, we can do the Piety first. You don't have to do them in this order. Just do whatever you find first. Yep, it's over here. So let's do the Piety. And you want to kind of have some lightning resistance that will help you in Piety, because most damage here is lightning damage. And then talk to Tolman, get the bracelet, and now we need to find the way to this trial. Now there's two ways. You can just walk through it, or you can log out and log back. It will bring you back to town. And we can teleport back to Crematoriums. And you will be closer to the Trail of Ascendancy. You don't have to do it this way. Sometimes they are pretty close to each other, but in this case they are basically separated into different zones, so going back is faster. So here is the Ascendancy, and then what we need to do is just log out and log back to go back to town. And talk to this guy, take from ability. This one is pretty good. You can try to use this if you have this, like strength and dex. It's not that bad. So we can keep the Jet Amulet aside. And on Act 3, you want to check the vendor, because Act 3 is where you start to see 4 link items. Like this one is 4 socket, it's not link, you can see the link. And for the 4 link, we will need, this one is 4 link, so this one is good, but it's a boots. And I don't really like to get this one on the boots because you are relying on you getting a movement speed. So if you get movement speed, that's good. If you do not get the movement speed, that's not so good. So for the sake of video, I can try it, and we can put in these essences and hope that we get movement speed. We don't. So that's a bummer. But there's a way to utilize this. Where you can go to your hideout. And there is a crafting bench here. You can go to the crafting bench, and remember that we do pick up the recipe for the movement speed. If you have 3 transmute, if you have 3 augmentation like this, you can craft movement speed on your boots. So because this one have the socket that we need, because this one have 4 socket, but because this one have 4 link, you can craft your movement speed here. I don't think I will do this simply because number one, this is not the item. This is not the color that I can use. I can try to chrome this. Hope it get the color that I need. Now this is a color that we can use. So now I will craft the movement speed. If I do not get the color that I need, I will not craft the movement speed here. So the color that we're going to look for on the 4 link is this one, red, green, and double blue. And the second one that we need is the blue, blue, and green, green. So 2 blue and 2 green. This one is for the ballista. And the blue, blue, green, green is for the kinetic blast that we will get later on. So with this, let's go back to the encampment. And we need to talk to Clarissa and get the sewer key. And then you need to check on the finder. We need to buy anger. So you need 1 alteration here. And then we're just going to go to the same exit that we go before. Now on this one, we are looking for exclamation mark. So that is the one that we're looking for. We're looking for this exclamation mark so we can go to the sewer. And you will need the key, and that's why you get the key from Clarissa. So on the sewer, we're looking for 3 item quests here. One of them will be the area before the waypoint. So you can see there is an exclamation mark there. And the next one we will need to find the waypoint. So I think it's over here. There is the waypoint. And after the waypoint, there's 2 more exclamation marks. This is the first one. And this is the last one. So now we just need to find the exit to the next part of the zone. So here we need to find an entrance to Catacombs. So a normal guideline is whenever you go out from your sewer, if you see a water here, you want to go to the different directions. But if you do not see a water here, you want to go down here. So that is the general directions. So we do see the water there, so I will go this way, and we should see the entrance on the here. So that is the waypoint, and the entrance to the catacomb is near the waypoint. You can see it on the map icon. So this is the catacomb. So this is the fire mastery over here. It will give you 100% increased damage against ignited enemy. This will be useful when you have some fire damage, which we will get from anger. So we can put the anger here, and I'm going to take out the Herald of Ice because we won't need them anymore. And you can also take out the Herald of Thunder if the mana is too tight. This is a pretty tight mana if I'm using this 2 aura. So if you're not comfortable with it, you can just take out the Herald of Thunder, that is fine. But I'm kind of get used to it, so I'm just going to use the Herald of Thunder for extra DPS. So this is the Trail of Ascendancy. We need to do Trail of Ascendancy here. And then after you get this Ascendancy, click this one. What you need to do is just go back to town. This is the only reason why we go into the Catacomb. And on town, talk to Hargan and take your skill point. And then check the vendor again if you see any forwarding that you can use. I don't see anything. So we're just going to go to the waypoint and go back to marketplace. And here I like to go to behind the catacomb entrance, and I will hog this wall until I see the exit to the next zone. So take the waypoint here and take the ribbon spool here, and then we're going to go this route on the top and try to find the exit to the dock. So this is docks. Here we're looking for essence, and we also be looking for 1 quest items. And this is also a place that you can try to level up if you want to level up. I'm already at level 24. I probably try to get like 26 here. I think I'm a bit under level. So this is the item quest that we need. Next, I just need to find the essences. So there is the essences. It's Torment, not the best one, but I'm still going to take it. So after this, we just need to reload and go back to town. And then go to the waypoint and go back to the Battlefront. Now we need to go this way and find an entrance to the Lunaris temple. I'm sorry, Solaris temple. So this is the second level of the Solaris temple. And on here, we need to find Diala. And I like to go to this ledge. Sometimes it's kind of overlap, so you can kind of cheat a bit, kind of cut a little bit shortcut. But you don't always going to have that, so just go through the zone until you find Diala. In here, I'm going to choose the Jade Amulet because we need dexterity. Now this one is not better than my amulet, so I will not use them. It has some spell damage, so which is kind of useful, but it doesn't have anything else. It also have full suffixes, so I'm just going to set this aside. I'm probably not going to use them. And we can equip the flammability. And also take the item quest from Diala. And then go to this Eternal Laboratory. There is a recipe for fire damage here. Take the recipe and then go back to town. And on town, go to the waypoint and go to sewer. And then we go to the exclamation mark over here. And now you can access this area after you get the item quest that we get before. So this is a recipe for physical damage, and then we go to the Ebony Bar. So here we need to find Gravicius first, and then we need to find the entrance to Lunaris Temple now. So let's find the Graficius. You can see it on the minimap icon. That's there. And be careful with this one. Graficius is pretty dangerous to do, so just be careful. I like to kite him on my way to Lunaris Temple, so I'm walk toward the Lunaris Temple while I'm trying to fight this guy. So we need to find this entrance to the Lunaris Temple. It is over here. And then on this one, we need to find a waypoint. So this is the waypoint, and this is the entrance to the Lunaris Temple level 2. We're not going to go there first, we're going to go to Ebony Barak. And then we're going to go this way to the garden. The Imperial Garden over here. And here, the first thing we need to find is waypoint. There is the waypoint. And from the waypoint, if you go up, you will find the entrance to the library, which is the zone that we want to do next. Now, if you see a library here, before you get into the library, I want you to go to the right and see if you have a passageway there. If you have a way open, you want to go to the right first, because you will see Ascendancy Trial here. Usually it's around here. There we go. This one is a little bit far. Usually it's pretty close. So if you do not find the way to go to the right, you can just go into the library and you can do this trial ascendancy later. Just don't forget to do it. So we get the portal, and then are we going to go back to the library? And on the library, you want to make sure that you have good enough cold resistance, because there's a lot of monsters here that are going to do cold damage. And if you have low cold resistance, they will freeze you, and you will die. So just try to be careful on this area. On this area, library, we first need to find Siosa. And I usually divided this zone into two zones, the zone before Siosa and the zone after Siosa. You can see the Siosa on the minimaps. So we will try to find a way to get to Siosa. And then after we find Siosa, we going to need to find the entrance for the next zone, which is always going to be after Siosa. So that's the reason why, as you can see, there's a lot of cold damage here. If you get freeze, you will die. So that's how it is, I guess. And I also forget to buy a better flask. My flask is really bad. This is medium flask from Act 1. So here is the Siosa. Alright, find the Siosa here. Click the Siosa once and take this waystone. And then we're going to go to the zone after the Siosa. And what we're looking for right now is Loose Candle. It will not appear on the map icon, so you have to pay attention. And I mean, later on you can see what the things looks like, but I need to find it first. This is the thing that you look for, Loose Candle here. The place is always similar to this, so you want to remember this visually. Whenever you click the Loose Candle, it will open a area to the next zone, which is the archive. And on the archive, we will need to find 4 pages for Siosa. So the same as before, there's a lot of monsters here that can do cold damage, so... And you can see the item on the exclamation mark on the minimaps. And you can go back to town after this. I think I will try to attempt the bridge a little bit. You can stay at the edge of the bridge for this type of bridge, since the bridge monster cannot reach you. It cannot get out from the ring, so we are pretty safe outside the ring. So there's a bit of a trick that you can do for bridge. Well, I'm dead. So level everything up and let's take the reward, and then we just go back to town. And take the waypoint, go back to library, and talk to Siosa. On this one, there's not really much you can take here. So just pick whatever you want. One thing that can be used would probably be arrogance. This will allow you to reserve your life if you want to. So usually something like clarity, vitality, or precision. That's usually what people are going to use arrogance for. But for now, just use the fire penetration. I'm just going to take the fire penetrations since there's nothing else. And Siosa is going to contain all the skill gem and support gem up to now. It's not going to be the same for every characters. There's a small differences, but most of the youth support gem and skill gem that already exists after this point will be available on Siosa. So this is where you can find all your skill gems. And in our case, we need something here which is fork, but we do not have Aura of Chance. And this is the thing on Act 4. You will have to find Aura of Chance for fork. In Act 3, this build will need 2 Aura of Chance. The first one is for fork. The second one will be for Kinetic Blast. So since we do not have Aura of Chance, I'm just going to go back to town. And we can talk to this guy. You will get, this is the gem reward from Grafficius. Unfortunately, in our case, there's nothing here that we can use, so just pick whatever. I'm just going to sell, and we check Hargan again for the falling. Let's see if we get some falling. We do not. So at this point, I want to gamble for. So the next thing we can do is talk to Clarissa. There is a way for you to get Aura of Chance by using fusing. So for Jewelry Orbs, you can get 1 fusing, and you can trade that fusing for Aura of Chance. So you can get 1 Aura of Chance from fusing. We do have fusing here, so we can get Aura of Chance here. This 1. And we need another 1, and we already have 3 Jeweler Orbs. So what we can do is buy Jeweler Orbs, which is going to cost you 2 alterations. I know this is confusing, but you kind of have to pay attention here. You basically can convert one currency to another currency. That's basically about it. This is not going to be useful at the end of. This is not going to be useful on after the campaign, but on the campaign, this can save your progressions. So I will buy 1 Jeweler Orbs, and I can trade 4 of them into 1 fusing, and I can get another Aura of Chance. So now I get 2. The first thing I need to buy is Kinetic Plus. So this is Kinetic Plus. And the second one I need to buy is 4. So I have 2 that I need. And now I will change the Kinetic Bolt with Kinetic Plus. And basically sell everything here since we don't need them anymore. Ooh, Topaz Ring. So let's ID this one. This one is pretty good. I have Open Suffix too. And Open Suffix is important because you can craft resistance. This one is bad. So I'm going to sell this one, sell this one, sell this one. We can use this one. We're going to sell this too. So I'm going to sell this one too. And since I need some mana, so since I need plus, I need some sort of wisdom. You can always sell your alteration for wisdom. And you can also sell your transmute for wisdom. But we need a lot of transmute, so save your transmute. So I need to buy Flask. So we have this, but this one is using a transmute, so I guess I will just have to go without Flask. And also another thing that you can look for when you go on the town like this, you can look for the rings. A 2-stone ring is a very good ring. If it's hit a high roll. So this one is 16, it's a max roll. So this is like 32 resistance. So we can take this one. And we can use the Essence of Torment. On the Jewelry, it will give us the flat lightning damage to attack, which is really nice. And we also get cold resistance, so that's pretty good. We also can craft another attack. So this one is good. I'm going to put it here. Now this can be a problem where you're going to need dexterity because we lacking dexterity here. So what we can do is take these two things off. Since this is the gem that needs dexterity, and we can buy the new one from Siosa. It's a waste of currency, but I mean, it's probably not that bad. So let's just sell these two, sell this one. We have 3 fragments, so let's sell another 2 here. So we can get 1 Scroll of Wisdom. We can sell this ruby, we don't need them anymore. And then we're going to go back to Siosa. We need to buy back the Momentums and Blood Rage. Blood Rage is also a gem that you want to keep at level 1. I also forget about that one, as usual. So this is Blood Rage, put it here, and take the Momentum. You can use Momentum or Faster Attack, it's the same, but Faster Attack need 1 Transmute, and I prefer to preserve my Transmute. So now you need to go back to Hideout. And you need to check your resistance. Now I need fire and cold. So what you need to do is craft fire. The cold I think is fine, we are at 68, but we definitely need fire. Now for crafting resistance on the attack build like this, if possible, try to craft on a place other than rings and glove. Because ring and glove, you can do this. You can craft flat damage to attack, and this is really good for DPS. So all of the items that I can craft is already have fire resistance, so that's unfortunate. Except for this one is white, so we can craft fire resistance here. Here we go. And now we have 70, 70, 70. You want to get as close as to 75 as much as possible. So for now, I think we are fine. And the next thing is I want to craft damage. So there's a 5 slot that you can craft flat damage to attack. This is glove. And this is ring and amulet. Because this craft is cost you 4 transmute, what I will suggest is pick the slot that you most likely going to use. Like for example, like this one. This one have a open prefix, and this is pretty good ring. And I probably going to use this for a while. So I'm going to craft the fire attack here. It's going to give me more DPS. So this one is a full slot, so that's unfortunate. And this one also have open prefix. We can craft damage to attack, but we already have fire, so I cannot craft another fire damage to attack. There's lightning and cold, but we haven't get there yet. And the next slot is glove, but my glove is already have fire damage to attack, so I cannot use it. And my wand is also terrible, so I cannot really use that much. But if you have slot that you can craft fire damage to attack or lightning damage to attack, you want to craft them, it will going to cost you 4 transmute. And this is the reason why every attack character will need a lot of transmute on campaign, because this 4 transmute going to give you extra DPS. So for now, let's go back to town. I think I will try to gamble a 1. So let's just gamble a 1 and see what we got. It's a terrible 1. Let's try again. Still terrible. But at this point, I think the more pressing issue is my falling. I need to have falling for my kinetic blast. So I think I will gamble on the Evasion Energy Shield. This is a base up that have a best chance to give us a double green and double blue. It's a Trilling. It's another Trilling. This is really, really bad luck. So I'm just going to sell all of them. Jesus Christ, my luck is really bad. So I think I'm just going to use this one. I mean, that's the only one that I have. And I'm going to put the spell damage here and hope I get something. Apparently not. This is also terrible. So RNG is really not on my side now. But that's fine. Let's just move on. So the next place we need to go is Lunaris Temple. And I also need to allocate some point. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go to the Lunaris Temple level 2. And here we need to find a entrance to Piety. it's a pretty big area, so just be patient. So this is what I'm usually looking for, a really long stairway like this. This is usually where you're going to get closer to the next, to the entrance to Piety. So this is another one. And when you arrive here, there's one card, there's two cards. You want to go to the place where it have only one card. That one is the dead end. So here is the entrance to the Piety. Let's get into the fight.
I see it now.
Let's take this one. And there's also a recipe here. This is the lightning damage. Now get all the totem. And there we go, we get a tower key. Now we go back to town. And talk to the Grigor. This will give you a skill point. So we have some gold. Like I said, I need the foiling for the chest. Still not getting it, so let's just move on. Let's check here. Do we get something here? No, we do not get anything here. So let's just keep moving on. Waypoint, and we go to Imperial Garden. And this way we want to go south. And we try to find the entrance to the Tower of Gods. So let's go to the Scepter of God. And here we just need to go through the next zone and find the entrance to the Dominus fight. And that's basically Act 3. And now we're going to go through Act 4. So we're just going to travel through this zone until we arrive at the Act 4 town. So when we arrive at the town, talk with Kira and sell the item that you do not need. For the unique item, you want to ID them first. And when you sell them, you will get the alchemy shard, which we can use to buy a gem on Act 4. We'll see how it goes. We also get this one. This one is a little bit better. So let's replace this one, put this one here, and check the vendor if we get some foiling. So unfortunately not. So we're just going to go to the Dread Lake. And on this one we need to find a boss here. I forget what his name. So here is the boss is Fall. Where it is? There you go. And then we need to take this crafting recipe. This will allow us to craft attack speed. So after this, we can farm a level here if you want to. Like I will try to get like the level 31, which I am right now. So after this, let's just go back to town. And here, talk to Kira.
Yes.
And sell the items. This one, we don't need them. We don't need this. Okay. And then we need to find blue, blue, green, green. So let's go to Tasuni and let's gamble for chess and pray. We do get the 4 socket, but not the color. So we have chromatic orbs, and we just use it and hope that we get the color that we want. Nope. Here we go. And some of you probably going to ask, like, what if we do not get the color that we want? I mean, you keep trying until you get it. And this is also one of the reasons why PoE 1 is not very newbie friendly, because there's a lot of RNG involved, and sometimes it can be bad news. So for now, this is Kinetic Plus Fork. The last one will be Return Projectile, but since we don't have that one yet, what we can do is we can go back to Act 1, like as I watch, and we can buy added cold damage here, just for the temporary support. This one here. And after we get the access to the Return Projectile, we can replace this with Return Projectile. So we go back to Highgate. And let's clean up some few things here. This and this, we don't need them anymore. We don't need this. And there's some one here if you want to try your luck. I think I will try my luck, I guess. I have all of our alchemy here. We need 1 alchemy here on Act 4 to buy the mark on hit. So I can, so I have some spare, so I can use them on 1. And we have some slot open, but this is not good. So I will just keep this for now. This is not really a good one that we can use, but for now let's just move to the next one. Click the Desert Seal and enter the mines. And here we're just looking for the entrance for the level 2. So on this zone, we will need to find Desert Spirit. Not Desert Spirit, it's Desert Spirit. And then we need to find the exit for the next zone. So we can see the exclamation mark there, so that is the spirit. Just click the spirit, and then we need to find the exit on the next zone. So we get a chaos orb here. You can save them, but you can also use that on your items. For example, like this one, and hope we got something good. Well, we don't get anything good. That's unfortunate. Do we have open prefix? We have open prefix, so we can craft something there, but it's probably still better than our one right now. So here is the waypoint. We can have the crafting recipe here that is for cold damage. And we're going to go to Dareso Tiring first. So on this zone, we try to find the exit for the next zone. And there's also, I think there's a mini boss here that we need to fight. So on this zone, we try to find Dareso here. So this is the Dareso. So after this, we just need to go back on the town. And let's clean our inventory. We don't need this, we don't need this. Let's IT terrain. It's not that good. Let's sell them. And then talk to Tasuni. You will get your skill point here. Also, if you want to gamble something, you can gamble it. I think I have all the thing that I need. I need to craft... Actually, let's gamble a wand. I need a better wand. So let's gamble for a wand. This one have attack speed still, so we can go back to hideout. And I can craft some flat damage. I think I will craft the lightning damage. Make sure you're not clicking the 1-2 spell. This will not apply to attack, so just use the flat one here. You can use fire code lightning, it's up to you. I will just go for lightning. And then let's go back to town and go to Crystal Vein and talk to Diala and go to Calm Stream. One thing you want to make sure though, your fire resistance is capped. Mine is not, so this is a bad example. So this is Calm Stronghold, and on the Calm Stronghold we just need to find the entrance to Calm. So this is Caldera of the King, and here you will need to fight Calm. And take the Fury and go back to town. And let's clean up the inventory. We sell this, sell this, sell this. And then we sell this, we sell this. We're going to keep the flush. This is something we can use later on. And let's check for some link in case we got something. Probably not, but that's fine. Let's go into the Crystal Vein again and talk to Diala. It will open a new part, which is the belly of the beast, and this will be the last zone on the Act 4. So here we need to find a exit to the level 2 belly of the beast. And in this one, you might want to be careful. Let me just show it a bit. There's this guy. This guy can be really dangerous because it shot multiple projectile. If it hit you at the same time and if it's crit, it can be super dangerous, especially on Phrecia. There is additional mod on every single area, so be careful with that guy. And there's Fallen's Horn here. This is a one that we're going to use next. I have spare alchemy, so let's use them. Maybe we get something good. Nope, sad. So on the level 2, we need to find a access to Piety fight. We will fight Piety here. So this is the place we're going to fight Piety. One thing about Piety, do not get hit by this one. Piety hits really hard, so try to avoid getting hit by her. And she's also going to do this like round attack, laser. Just don't get hit by it. It's also a lot of damage, so be careful. Talk to Piety, the path will open, and then take the recipe here, and then go to the harvest. In here, we'll need to find 3 mini bosses, and that will open up the path to fight the Maligaro, which is the boss of the Act 4. So take the waypoint here, and then we're going to go to this place first, this way first. So the first one is Maligaro. It randoms, it can be Diotri or Chevron. But Maligaro mostly not really that dangerous, but be careful when he casts something on the ground. That mostly chaos damage, and at this stage usually most people won't have that much chaos damage, chaos resistance, so it will hit really hard. So with this we're going to go back to the middle. There's only one here, and the other 2 is over here. So we're going to go to the different directions. This is Chevron. Chevron is not too hard, I think. He does a lot of AoE, just don't get hit by it. I mean, it has pretty long delay, so you should be able to avoid that. There we go. And the last one is Diotri. Diotri is the most annoying one. So for Diotri, just put down Ballista, let the Ballista do the work for you. And you just don't want to get hit by this because it also hits really hard. Talk to Piety, and now you can have access to Black Core. So in this fight, you need to kill Maligaro, and then when Maligaro go invulnerable, you need to hit Piety, and you keep doing that until Piety die. Oops, almost died there. And it will give you access to the next one. And if you're running out of flask, just go back to town and teleport back again. It will refill your flask. Now this is the last fight of Act 4. Put down the Ballista. You need to hit Maligaro. After a certain point, it will invulnerable. And then you need to kill these statue things like. And when you kill the statue, the Maligaro now become vulnerable again. Now you have to repeat the process 2 more times because there's 2 more statues there. So the Maligaro is down. And let's just go back to town. And here we need to sell the things that we do not use. I think I will sell all of them. We can use this plus later on. And then talk to this guy, and we need to buy mark on hit. This one.
Be careful.
And then we're going to go through, talk to Diala and Oyun here. On Diala, you will get your return projectile, and Oyun will give you some gem that we're not going to use, so just pick whatever you want. And now we need some decks to equip these 2, and also level 38. And let's talk the portal. And we are arriving at the slave pens. Take the waypoint. Now we need to find an entrance to the Act 5 town. So when you arrive at these positions where you only need 1, 2, 3 to get the mastery, what you can do is I will refund this 3 point. And then I will take this, and take the mastery that attack damage leads as life and mana. This will become your recovery. And this will make things a little bit easier, especially for the mana part. Now move here, the letter will appear, and just go to the town. So this is the Act 5 town. Talk to Lani, sorry. And you will get these options. Choose the one that have a 2-stone ring. And choose the one that have the highest, and choose the one that have the highest roll. So this one is 12, 14, 14. So either you go cold lightning or fire and cold. Let's see your resistance. We need more fire, so let's go for fire and cold. And it's actually pretty good. So we're going to use this one. I think I'm going to replace this topaz. And every time you change something, just make sure check your resistance again. We have too much cold, so we need fire and lightning. So what we can do is, I'm going to gamble for a few things, like helmet. I need to change my helmet, so let's go for helmet. I will go for evasion energy shield. This one. Not a good one, so let's try again. It's even worse. I'm running out of gold, so let's just sell them. And also check for one. In this case, I think I found this one here. Found horns. I have some alchemy left, so I will gamble it. This one is pretty good. Have some fire damage and have some spell damage, so this one is nice. So I'm going to replace this one. So now, because we need some lightning resistance, let's go back to hideout. So I can craft lightning here. So let's craft lightning resistance here. Whoops. Whenever you reach Arc 5, whenever you reach Arc 4, just be careful because now you have 2 rank of resistance. I just misclicked this one, so I basically use my alchemy. I'm fine, but just use the one on the bottom because it costs transmute. Alchemy is pretty hard to find at this point. And this one we can craft fire resistance since we do need some more fire resistance. So now we kept our resistance. And on the one, if you have open suffix, what you can do is actually craft attack speed here, which is going to cost 6 alterations. But so make sure you have the 6 alteration before you craft this. So for this 2 gem, we will need dexterity. So what we're going to do next, in order to be able to use this gem, we will need to take this dexterity over here. So we're going to path to this first, and then we can connect this one, and we can refund this 2 point over here. So that's basically the next plan. So let's go back to the Arc 5 town. And let's just go out to the counter blocks and let's move to the next area. In this zone, we are looking for miasma matters. You can see this one or the exclamation on mark on the map icon. Click this one. You have miasma matter. And then the next one, we need to find the exit. So this is the mini boss. It's not that hard, but it is pretty tanky. So just kill him and you will get the Eyes of Seal. And then what we need to do next is just find the exit, which is pretty close. So there is also another option to get dexterity. You can get this one. We can get the life note here too. It's really depending on how much dexterity you need. In my case, I only need 1 more dexterity, so I can just use this and I can use my support gem. You can also craft dexterity on your gear, but I already use all my slots, so I cannot really do that. Or you can be patient and take this 3 node, so you need 3 skill point. In my case, I can just use it here, so I'm just going to put this one here first. We can always respec, with the gold respec is pretty easy to do. I'm going to use the cold damage to replace the projectile. So for the ballista, I do make a mistake. And I kind of regret I'm using my alchemy. Because the support gem for these two is Immolate and Barrage, which is the support gem you're going to get from Act 4. But you need alchemy orb. But you need Orb of Alchemy for it, so for now we can just use these two, it's fine. And we'll get the Barrage and Immolate when we get Alchemy Orb, so that's probably fine. So in this zone, we just need to find the exit to the next zone. So Chamber of Innocence is one of the best place to get EXP here. So if you want to get EXP, get it here. And normally I will try to reach something like 40 to 42. And here you will have to fight Innocence. This fight is pretty long, so just be comfy. Once you bring this guy to half HP, it will go back to in the middle, and you will have to fight like bunch of small mobs here. And when you kill this guy, it will die, and Innocence will come up, and you need to fight Innocence next. And next, we just need to find a way out from this place. So this is a waypoint, and we're going to go to Oswald first. On here, we need to try to find sulfur purity. It's over here, but we need to go around it. So take the stuff of purity and take this crossing recipe, and we're going out here. And here we're just going to go through this part. I think this part is always the same, so you can follow what I go here. There's a bit of a trick that we can do here to save a little bit of time. So after here, you want to find a stair, this one, and make a portal here, and then you want to go down. We want to find, I forget what the name of it, but you're basically going down this way, and you should find this way down. There we go. This is, the place is called the reliquary. So you want to find a reliquary, and there is a 3 item quest that we need to get here. I think this one is also always the same layout, or like at least this layout is like more or less the same. So this is the first one. And this is the second one. And this is the third one. And then go back to the waypoint and go to the overseer tower. And here, talk to Lani. Get the jewel. I mean, any jewel is fine. Get the skill point. And for this one, you can either go for a Jade Plus for some evasions if you want to. I almost never use this. So let's just sell this thing. We don't need it anymore. So 3 of this. And then talk to Vilenta. You will get another skill point here. So at this point, we'll need to respec this one. And we'll path through here. And we'll need to respec these 2 nodes over here. And then we can go for... And then we can go for this 4 node. This is going to give us a lot of spell damage. That's pretty nice. And then the next one, we can go for this, or you can go for a life node. I generally never really take life node on campaign. I don't really mind dying. And what I care is speed and damage, but if you want some life node, we have some life node here. We have some life node here, and we have some life node here. So for this one, I will go to here. I will attempt to take this one. And before we go, and I also need a helmet, so I'll gamble for helmet again. Hopefully this one good. Kinda garbage, so let's try another one. This one better, have dex, have intelligence. So I will use chromatic. This is fine, I can use this. So let's just sell these 2. And put the mark on hit here. And we can take out the flammability, we don't need them anymore. And we need assassin mark. And to assassin mark, we need to go to Arc 2, I think. Let's see if we can find assassin mark here. You can get the assassin mark earlier, I just forget about it. Yes, the assassin mark is here. We're going to connect these 2. And then take the waypoint back to Act 5. And make sure not to relog, because we do open a portal. Whenever you open a portal, if you log out, the portal will disappear. So now we go back to the portal that we opened earlier. We'll arrive at the staircase, and we just need to move up, and we will find the next area, which basically this is the last zone for the Act 5. And we arrive at the rooftop, put the purity, and now you have to fight Kitafa. And after this, all your resistance will get minus 30. So you need to make sure that you overcap when you arrive here. So we're going to move down here and talk to Lily. And choose the Sail to Red class. And this is basically the end of Act 5. And now we are Act 6. And whenever you arrive at Act 6, talk to Lily first. And then go to your hideout. And fix your resistance. Like this one, I have 47 lightning. I need some lightning here. Let's find a slot for it. So I can put it here. It's a bit of a waste using it on amulet, but I need the resistance first. So let's use the line resistance here. 60 is fine, but eventually you want to hit a 75. If possible, try to hit 100. You will get another 30% cut for your resistance. So if you can reach 105, after you get cut 30%, you will arrive at 75 and you're ready for maps. So for now, we're just going to go back to the Lioness Watch. So now let's just move to the next area. Let's go to the coast. And from here, we're just looking for the exit. And we're going to go to the mudflat first, the same as before. And here we're going to look for a certain monster. So what I usually like to do on this area, I will just go along the coast or near the coast until I hit a dead end, something like this, and then I will go up, and usually the monster that I'm looking for is around here. So I think it's this one, this Dishonored Queen. You need to kill her and it will drop the Isle Conquest. Now we need to find an exit with the exclamation mark. That one is on the top. Ooh, there's a 3 piece here. So click this one and go to the Kari Fortress. And here you will fight the Kohama. There's also a recipe here. And whenever you got this his HP to half, it will be, you need to destroy this totem to able to destroy the barrier that the Kohama have. So here we go. The barrier is down. Now we just need to kill him. And here we just need to find the exit to the next zone. And for this zone it's also the same. We just need to find the exit to the next zone. On here, we need to do the trial. So we get the trial first, and then we're going to find the exit to the next zone. So sometimes you will find the exits first. So ignore that one first. You need to do the trial first, and then we're going to go back there once we finish the trial. There's a crafting recipe here. Now we get the trial. Now we just need to go back to the exit for the next zone. And then we arrive at the rooftop, and this is where you're going to fight Brutus and Saffron. And then we take the door, go to the Warden Chamber, take this recipe over here, and go to Prisoner Gate. So Prisoner Gate have two objectives here. The first one is to find the exits to I think Western Forest. But the other one is there is a boss here that we need to kill, I think Uproot. It's really depending on which one you find first. Just do the one that you find first. I think we find the Uproot first, so we're going to do Uproot. Is this one? And then we go back to town. And we take the waypoint. We go back to Prisoner's Gate. And now we find the other exit. If the Uproot is there, then we basically try to go another direction. We're just following the road. And here, just follow the road. You will find the waypoint and the exit. And on this one, we're just going to follow the road and we look for waypoint. So here is the waypoint. So we want to go across with the waypoint. You will find an exit here to wetland. This is where we're going to go first. And here we're going to find exit to, I forgot what the name is. I think it's like Crematorium or something like that. Or spawning ground. So on spawning ground, we will need to fight this small tree first. This small monster. This is one here, and there's one in the middle, and there's one here. And after this, the Rislata will spawn. You need to defeat the Rislata. And we just go back to town. And on here, we're going to go down here first. Go to the Toilet Strand. Now on this area, this is a quest for Lily. You want to clear everything here, like every single monster. And as you can see on the left screen, there's 3 monsters left. So there's something here that I haven't killed. So let's find them. So this is 3 here, and then we kill all the monster. Now we just go back to town. And talk to Lily. It will give you 2 respect points. And after you complete the quest with Lily, you basically now have access to all the gem and support gem. So in one place on Lily. And Lily also will appear on your hideout. So for now, let's just ID some of this. We do get 5 link. This is pretty good, but I'm not going to use it. It's a bit unethical. So let's just sell all of this. You can also use this one. This is also a pretty good boots. Have 20% movement speed and cannot be frozen. This is something you can use, but once again, I'm not going to use it. So let's sell all of this. Let's sell this. Also sell this. Sell this, sell this. I'm going to sell this, so I'm not going to tempt to use that. So here I need to buy barrage for my totem. And I need to buy Emulet, but I need another alchemy orb, which I already spent before. So next, talk to Vestal. You will get a skill point here. And you can also see some wand and some jewelry if you need something off here. And next one, let's talk to this guy. You will give another skill point, and you will have another falling. And this is where you kind of need to start prep for your energy blade if you plan to switch right after this. So let's just take this one and ID them. It's not always good, but you know, you can always try to get something good. And you can also get another skill point here. So let's just sell this since I don't think this is that good. And skill point here, we can take this one. This is going to give us a lot more damage. And after this, you basically just... And I think I will just take the life note, since we don't have anything else. And take the life note here. We can take all this life note. This is going to make us a little bit more tanky. And Faustus, if you need to gamble something, but I think you will need to start to save for the transition if you want to directly transition to E-Blade. If not, you can just keep doing the wonder stuff. So next, let's go to the back to the river ways, and we can continue the campaign. And here you will find the access to the Southern Forest. And here we need to find the access to the next zone. So here's the Covenant of Anger. Now take the chest, take the backpack, and keep going. Now we need to find the exits to... I forget the name of the place, but just find the exit to the next zone. So now we're just going to follow through. We're going to find a breach. We basically need to find this one. Get the crafting recipe and jump here. Now you need to do this quest, which is I think one of the most annoying one, where you have to keep inside the circle so these totem can keep moving. And then you need to do another one here. And you ignite the beacon, click the beacon, and there's a way here you can jump toward directly to the bottom, or you can just use the stair, that's fine. And we sail to the Brine King Reef. And take the weapon here. Now we need to find the entrance to the Brine King. And Brine King basically is the boss for X6. So here is the Brine King, and the lady will yap for a bit. So we're just going to wait for it. Arrange my inventory. I don't think I need this, so just drop them. So talk to this guy, sail to Brutus encampment, and we are basically at Act 7. So now let's go here. Talk to Yenna, sell things out, check things. Nothing crazy here. So this is a good chest, but unfortunately I need fire resistance, so maybe if we can get fire resistance somewhere, we can use this somewhere too. So the first thing when you arrive at this, we defeated Brine King. Now we have access to Pantheon. I like to use this one and this one. And later on when we defeat Ralakesh, I like to use Aralakesh here. So now let's move to the next zone. For this one, just follow the roads until you find the exit to the next zone. And this one, just follow the road until we arrive at a waypoint, which is on the intersections. This one. Now we're going to go this way first. We need to get the quest item so we can get to the top. And this one, just follow the road until we get to the exit. Or more like, it's more like the entrance to the catacomb like before, on the Act 2, if you guys still remember. So let's just follow the road until we found that. So here's the ruins, and here is the entrance to the crypt. So this one, we need to do Trial of Ascendancy here, and then we need to find the exit to the level 2. So here's the trial. And then we need to find the exit, which is over here on the minimap, you can see it. So this way, now we need to find the quest item here. So this is Maligaro maps, and then we just go back to town. And then take the waypoint, we go back to Crossroads. And basically now we go up. And here, the same as before, we need to get into the middle. You can see the minimap here. So we just need to find a way around so we can have access to that. So here we are, talk to Silk, and then put the Maligaro maps inside here and activate. There's also a crafting recipe here, don't forget to take it. And now we just try to find the boss on this one. This is basically the same with map, we just try to find the map boss. And the enemy here, I think can apply bleed and crowd of blood, so be careful with that. Now we just need to defeat this guy. Take the Black Phantoms, open the portal, and go back to Chamber of Sin. Now talk to Silk, get the key, and we going down. That is the exit, and let's go to level 2. Here we need to do trial, and we need to go through the den. And then now we need to find the access to the den. So to click this one, and you will open the door to the den. And on here, we're gonna take waypoint and just follow through and try to get the exit of the zone. This is also a time when you can do labyrinth, you can do trial. This is also the time that we can. This is also the time where you can do Ascendancy trial. I will show how you can do it. This will give you access to your first Ascendancy node. Scion is a bit late compared to other classes. So here is the boss we need to fight. And on this zone, the first thing you need to do is find the entrance of ticket. So here it is, and I will put a portal here. And what we need to find next is the exit from here. So keep going up. And this is the causeway. And on this one, we're just going to keep going through until we find the exit. And there's a quest item that we need to get here, but the quest item is also near the exit. So just try to find the exit from this zone. So take this Kiara Star. And go to File City. And on this zone, you want to go straight until you hit a wall. And you want to turn left until you can go up again. And then you will try to keep going up until you hit a wall again. And then you go left again. And you're basically just following the wall until you can turn right, basically. So here you will be close to the waypoint. Yeah, somewhere around here. Talk to Yena and take the waypoint, go back to town. Talk to Helena. It will give you options for boots. So we're just going to take this. And then it's also going to give you a necklace. Take the necklace. And then you take the portal. And then before you get into this, you will notice there is an icon here. Now you need to go to there first. You just need to click stuff. So this should be fast. So now we got inside ticket, draw ticket. And here you need to get this firefly. There are 7 of them. So this is 2, and this is 3. And you're also going to find entrance to Den of Despair. This is a boss that you need to defeat. So if you find it, just go inside there and kill the boss. And we go back and keep collecting the fireflies. I believe this is 4th. This is 5th. So 2 more. And there is also a crafting recipe here, if you happen to find them. So this is 6. So this is 7. So we can finish the breach. And then we can go back to town. So first, let's clean the inventory first. This one is bad. And next, let's talk to Yelena. We need this one. Hopefully this one is good. Nope. This one is worse because it doesn't have any resistance. Its resistance is cold though. So we probably will be fine. We have a lot of cold, so let's keep this aside. And next, let's talk to Aramir. You will get a book. 1, 2 skill point. So on the passive tree, now we just need to go down here. Because our accuracy is already started falling off, so we need this accuracy node over here. Alright, I need some dex, so... And also don't forget to talk to Wilhelms. You're also going to get a skill point here. We need more dex. 1 more dex. I refund this one. Just... Oh, I cannot. crap. So refund few stuff so I can get one more skill point here. That way we can get our decks. And now I need a little bit more lightning, so let's go to hideout. We can craft lightning here. So we are now cap resistance. And then we can craft lightning attack here. Just use the transmute one, do not use the alchemy one. And then let's go back to X6 to pick up the amulet for my ballista, because I just got another alchemy orb. Emulate over here. Now let's sell this, and this. So now I will show how you can do the lab trial. Go to Act 3. And click this one, the Ascendancy place. I will give you access to Aspirant Prasa. And take the waypoint here. And here you can do lab. This is lab activations. This is the first lab, second lab, and third lab. The first lab and the second lab is super easy. I will just do one lab just to showcase. I will not do the lab on this guide. You can do it on... We can do it when the event actually starts. Since there's no ascendancy node that I can take here. So what you're doing on the lab trial is basically just keep going, keep trying to go to like the next zone until you find the boss. You need to do the boss I think 2 times. So this is the first one, and you can always check your map here. And this symbol is the boss. So this is the first one. And Izaro can be pretty deadly, especially on the third lap, so be careful with him. Also, I think on the third lap you will start to have like a trap around here, so that will make things a lot harder. And you have to be mechanically ready for it. And this is the second boss, so you fight the boss 3 times, basically, on each labyrinth trial. And you also kind of have to do this trap mechanic, which I never really like, so I tend to not do alteration. I tend not to do a lab if I don't have to. So this is the last aspirant trial. So after this, you just go to Ascendancy Chamber, and if you have some of the treasure key, you can open some reward. And this Divine Phone, this is how you can farm some like Transfigure Gem, and you can also get quality for your gem. And then you click the Altar of Ascendancy, and you basically will ascend here. In this one is Zion, on the event it will be Scavenger. So I'm not going to put any point here since it doesn't really matter. So I will just return to town. And usually at this point I will do the first lab. I will do the first lab and the second lab. And the third lab will be on like the Act 10, if I believe. So we go back to the Bridge Encampment. And then we're going to teleport to Fall City and basically finishing the Act 7. Talk to Yena, and it will open the Temple of the Key. Now we need to go to the next floor. So let's just find the exit. Also, this place can be pretty scuffed. This spider can be very scary because there's a lot of them, and if you're not careful, they can easily one-shot you here. So here is the same thing. We want to keep moving to the next floor, and until we find the one that have an access to the last boss. I think the last boss on this one is Arakali. So this is Arakali, and you just need to defeat her. This will be the boss for the Act 7. And this is the end of Act 2. And this is the end of Act 7. So going out here. And we are now at Act 8. So let's just go through this zone until we find the entrance to the town for Act 8. So from here, we're going to go this way, and we're going to go to this exit over here. And also change this to Relax. This will prevent the bleed from damaging you while you're moving. So from here, we're going to take up or down. I kind of forget which one is the best, but just pick one route. And we just look for the exit for the next place. And here we need to find the entrance for the theater. I think that is theater. It's like a mini boss, so we can have access to the next one. And here, take the wave and wait for the boss to spawn. There we go. And we just go to the outfit. And then take the recipe here. And we're going to go this way. And we need to find the exit for the next one. So here we need to find the Trail of Ascendancy first. And this one is optional. You can kill this guy and open this chest. You don't have to do it. You get like the rare jewel. I'm not really interested in that, so I'm just going to skip it. So this is a trial of ascendancy. Take the lever here and take the lever here and also here. Go this route, take the recipe, open the lever here and also open the lever here and open the last lever, and we are done. So this is a trial, and the next one we will need to find the exit from this place. So there's a 2 exit. The one that we're looking for is this one, High Garden. We're going to open portal here, and now we're going to find another exit basically. And now we need to find a waypoint. It should be near here, so we just need to straight forward. Okay, this is the waypoint. And we teleport back to the town. And then we take the portal back to Bathhouse. And then we go to High Garden. In this place, be careful with the porcupine. That thing can easily kill you, especially when they are in the groups. So avoid kill them at once if you can. And here we will fight Yugul. This fight is pretty easy, just keep your distance from it. And then we go back to town. And then talk to Hagan. This is the same. Pick the one that have the highest one, but also I think we need fire and lightning, right? So let's take fire and lightning, and then you go reward. There's give you skill point. Let's see this. Not that great. So we're just going to sell them. And the next one is back to the Toxic Conduit. Now we need to just go find another exit from here. And I'm lagging again. Alright, on this one we need to find End of Eternity. And then we need to find Clarissa. So first is the End of Eternity. So this is the place where you can get End of Eternity. Remember this small bridge. And this is the End of Eternity. The next one we need to find Clarissa. So here is Clarissa. Talk to Clarissa, and now we wait for Tolman to come back. And it will spawn bunch of zombie. Whenever you get into this node, you want to unspec this mastery over here. and then change it into 10% to gain power charge when critical. That will allow you to generate power charges more consistently. So for this one, we need to find the mini bosses and also the exit. So we need to find the mini bosses first. That's for quests. So that is the mini bosses. Now we just need to find the exit from here. There we go. This is the waypoint, and now we want to keep going and find the next floor of this zone. And here we're just going to go through all the zone until we find the entrance for the mini boss. And take the recipe and also take the sun orbs, and then we go back to town. And then take the waypoint and we go back to Lunaris concourse. And here we try to go to Lunaris temple. And take the waypoint, and then we go to level 2. And now we need to find the location of the boss. And this is the same with the previous Lunaris temple. I'm mostly looking for a stairwell that are look like this along and moving up. So here is the boss. Take the recipe and then take the moon orbs, and then we go back to town. Then we talk to this NPC, get the skill point.
You getting boy?
And talk to Clarissa for skill point 2. And after you take this note and this mastery, you have 10% chance to get frenzy whenever you hit a rare. So now we do not need the blood rage anymore. So we can take off the blood rage. And then what we need to do next is go back to the next concourse. And we're going to keep moving here until we find the place for the entrance of the floor, the entrance of the boss. So click this one and we will fight Lunaris and Solaris. So now we are exiting into Blood Aqueduct, And Blood Aqueduct is also another place where you can farm XP if you want to. And we are at Highgate, and this is basically the town for Act 9. So we're just going to go through here. And we're going to go this route, the descent. And this place, you're going to have a lot of this gold. Just be careful. If you at the right spot or the wrong spot, they can also easily one-shot you. So we keep going down until we find the exit from this zone. And on here, there's two objectives we need to find. I'm lagging again. The first one is the place where we have a lot of pillar. So we're going to check down here if we can find them. Apparently not. So we check the upper part of here. There you go. You can see the mark there. So click this Stormweather chest. And you basically will start an encounter. And take the Storm Blade, and now we are looking for a waypoint. And after we get the waypoint, now we want to go up and find the exit to Foothills. On this one, we're just going to keep moving until we see the waypoint. There you go. This is the waypoint, and we can go this exit first. Boiling Lake. So take the acid and go back to town. And then take the waypoint again, go back to Foothills. Now we go for, I think top left. The directions is always the same, I think. And this is the tunnel. This is what we're looking for. Let's allocate some life. And the tunnel is, here we need to do Ascendancy. And on this one there is some kind of shortcut which is over here. And then we can just move into this way. And be careful when you're approaching this part because there is a lot of monsters here. And they can easily snipe you. So take the Ascendancy. And then now we need to find the exit. So on the quarry, I like to just go straight from here until we find the waypoint. And also take the crafting recipe. Now I will go right first. And if the red is refinery, the next... And if this one is refinery, the next place will be down here. But if I find, I think is... But if this is not refinery, the refinery will be on here. So that's the reason why I always go right first. And we take the totem powder here, and then we're just going to go back to town. Now we talk to this. We can take. I think I take kinetic 1. Hopefully something good. It's still not good. That kind of sad. Actually, we can craft the flat there, so it's probably not that bad. Next, let's ID this, sell this, sell this. We don't need this. And then talk to Sin. And then talk to these Peters again. Then you will get the bottle storm. And then talk to Irasa. And we're going to go back to hideout first because I need to craft some flat damage here. You can try to craft. We'll get some alchemy. Since this is. So you can get alchemy by removing 1 regret. You can get alchemy. Since I have that. So let's just craft flat lightning here. This will make this weapon not that bad. We're going to put crosswing there. Let's put this on here. This will fix, not fix, but this will help in terms of damage. And the next one, we'll go back to quarry first. And then we're going to go this way because that one is refinery. And we need to defeat this boss. So take the second one further and we go back to town. And go to waypoint, and now we go to Fastidi Desert. And now we go to the right, far right, and you should see exclamation mark on the minimaps. This one. And then on here we just try to find the entrance to Sandpit. That will be another boss that we need to kill. So next is we're going to go back to town and talk to Irasha. You will get a skill point, 2 of them. And next we just need to go to the quarry back. And talk to Sin. This one will open. And we go into the belly of the beast. And we just need to find the entrance of the boss on this one. So this one, talk to Sin, and it will open 3 gate. Let's do the shuffle first. And next, let's do the Maligaro. And the last one is Deodre. And talk to Sin again, and you will have access to the boss fight. Ooh, there's a lot of spell damage there. Can I use this? I can. Need to fix the element resistance later on. So let's go to the black card. Ooh, we get a 1. And there's nothing else. Talk to Lily, and we basically go to Oriot, and this is the end of Act 9. And this is the Act 10. So for here, we're just going to go to the rooftop. Over here. And go to this Cathedral Apex, and we're going to kill all the monsters here. And talk to Bannon, and then we get out. And then we just keep moving here. Just go through this zone until we find the exit. So from here, we're going to place a portal, and then we're going to go this way. And then take the waypoint and teleport back to Alright Dogs. And then we will try to find the portal. And go to this control portal. So here we're going to fight Vilenta. And after this we just go back to town. And talk to Lani. You can get Onslaught, you can get something else, but I like to take Onslaught here. And take the skill point. I did this stuff. 197. This one is also bad, so just sell all of them. So go to the waypoint, and we're going to go to Rabbit Square. And we're going to go to Ossuary. And go to Bone Pit. Now we need to find a Trial Ascendancy here, and there's also a quest item here that we need to find. I think it's called Elixir of Allure. So this is the Elixir of Allure. And there's also a crafting recipe here, so let's take that one too. And then we're going to do the Ascendancy here. Talk to Wilhelm and take the passive point, that refund point. And then we take the waypoint again, and we're going to go to Rabbit Square. And that's basically the last trial on the campaign. So if you want to do the third lap, this is the place, this is the time to go there. And if you want to swap to EB, this is the time you can swap to EB. This is where we can get the Battle Mage. Although I'm not sure if that is the right thing to do. So here we just need to keep going to the next zone. And here we need to find the entrance to the boss. So we're just going to go through the zone. Also, if you really want more level, this is another place that you can level up because there's a lot of monsters here. So this is the boss, and be careful because this one hits pretty hard, so try not to get hit. So we got maps, we got stuff of purity, now we go back to town. Talk to Bannon, and then talk to Lani. And it's pretty bad. So this will be the last part of Act 10, which also the end of the campaign. So teleport to Rabbit Square, and then go through this place, talk to Innocents. It will open the pathway. And then we just need to go to the next zone. So take this recipe and talk to Sin, and then this is the last fight for campaign. So this is basically the kit alpha. I make a lot of mistakes. My mind is just not really working right now. So then talk to Sin. And we go back to the alright stop. And then talk to Lani. This will be your last 2 skill point. And then you can press / passive. And you can scroll up. We have 0 from Guild of the Bandit because we are helping our leader. So we have 23 passive total. If you kill all the bandit, you should have... If you kill all the bandit, you should have 24. So we got all the passive point. Now we just need to talk to Lily and set sail from alright. And you will arrive at Carrie Shore. Talk to Elena. And then take the recipe over here. And basically walk all the way down until you meet Kirak. So that's basically the entire campaign. And after doing it, I think I have a better part for the passive tree. I will have 2 options on the POP, so you guys can choose. But I will explain in a bit. After you're talking to Kirak, you will have presented with maps. And you have Academy Bond. This is basically all the tier 1 maps. There's 4 tier 1 maps. I already get Shipyard, so you pick anything else other than Shipyard because you already have one, right? I don't have tickets, so I'm just going to pick tickets. And you can do the maps or map devices over here. After you complete your first maps, you will unlock the map device for your hideout. And the way you're going to be... So that's for the campaign. Next, let's talk a little bit about the passive tree. In this case, I go from here. Now that I think about it again, I think rather than going here and respec here, we can just go to here, right? And we're still going to arrive to here. We're still going to arrive at the hit rating more or less the same amount of point. And we have access to this node, penetrated node, and we can also take the mastery where you can have 15% chance for the enemy resistance can be inverted. And we can also take... And now we also have access to this life node over here. We also have access to this crit node. So I think it's better to go over here rather than going over here. But like I said, I will provide both of the options on the POB. And for now, I think this is the campaign. And if you guys have any questions, just leave in the comment below. I need to edit this in light speed, so I have enough time to upload them. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next one.